Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Health and Happiness Podcast. I'm Dr. Farzana Haffizulla. I'm so excited to start this podcast series. It's about health, happiness, and wellness. This is my way of sharing my heart with you, and we want to ensure that together we take care of each other, health and wellness wise. So today I'm very excited. My very first guest is actually my second daughter, Anisa Haffizulla. So special, I gave her my middle name, Shireen. Now, she graduated from Vanderbilt University last year. She majored in neuroscience and minored in anthropology. She navigated her undergraduate journey in ways that inspired all of us. She really embraced health and wellness on so many different levels. So today, she is sharing her story with all of you. And I'm so excited to have her here in the studio, warming it up, bringing my second of four children into the studio today, Anisa Haffizulla. Welcome, my darling daughter.
Hi, Mom.
Hi.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. Are you excited to be here?
I'm very honored to be here as your inaugural guest.
Well, here we are on a college campus, right? We're here at Nova Southeastern University. Many of our college students are navigating undergraduate studies, navigating just studying in general. But how do you then weave in health and wellness and your well-being? We saw you navigate it as a family, and you inspired all of us, as you know. Hey, your dad's now going back to the gym more regularly.
Yes, he is.
We're all definitely ensuring that we eat heart-healthy foods. And despite the fact that we're physicians, it's very important to also keep that at the forefront of your mind, no matter what age and stage of life you're in. Mm-hmm. So tell us about your journey and how you navigated that experience.
Well, yeah, I coming at this from like a very standard college student perspective. It can get very stressful and in terms of schoolwork and stuff. So your sleep schedules can get off, and that can put a huge wrench in your health. Dining halls, food availability might not be the best depending where you are. Most college kids work on a budget. So food quality, sleep quality, huge amounts of stress, I feel like, are the biggest things for college students that would be impacting college students' health. But yeah, the biggest things that helped me were I got really lucky, honestly, with Vanderbilt's dining hall options. So I had access to a lot of whole food options, but also choices on the day-to-day, because if it's 11 p.m. and you're in a library and there's a vending machine right there with energy drinks that, most students would turn to that if they need to stay up to write that paper or study for that exam. So just setting yourself up for success and not being in that kind of situation all the time. And obviously prioritizing sleep during the week, making sure, and obviously this comes with time and comes with maturing in age, because it's really easy to say that now at 23, but when you're 18 and you're away from home, it's hard to get yourself on a schedule, because you're on your own for the first time. But yeah, also the gym was huge for me. Most college campuses have some sort of rec center that students are able to take advantage of. So that was really big for me in keeping myself on a good schedule, like I said. So because I know that could be hard to sort of get yourself on a schedule like that. So yeah, that was huge for my health as a college student too.
I absolutely love that you outlined so many different elements that we can change or modify or create some positive changes to make a healthy habit from. Sleep, as you mentioned, is a very big one, but getting quality sleep is so important, right? Mm-hmm. And you talked about something very important. Whatever's convenient and easily accessible to you is what you might veer towards, like you mentioned, energy drinks or,
Yep.
Convenience of having a quick snack.
Yeah.
But that also, the freshman 15,
yeah,
linked into that.
Something that happens.
Yeah, and it impacts your health and wellness. So you evolved from your freshman year all the way through. Was there a pivotal point where you felt as though you hit your rhythm, where you really understood, hey, you know what, my body needs this, or this is how I can prepare better for the day, knowing that I have a busy week ahead, maybe I have final exams? Did you do any meal prep? Did you do any kind of shopping ahead of time and carry any meals with you? Or did you have specific places that you like to eat just because it made sense, or mapped out where you were going to eat or obtain food from, for that particular week?
Yeah, I honestly comes with age, learning how much of an impact the food choices you make have on how well you can focus in class, how well you can sleep, how you just feel physically and mentally on the day to day. So honestly, it took maybe like a year or two of me just like doing whatever, eating what was there, in terms of like you don't really think about food quality as much when you're 18, 19. But I don't know if there was a pivotal moment. It just sort of came with age, for me realizing, hey, I actually feel significantly better when I eat. And obviously these are all averages. Like, it doesn't mean you can't like eat, something less healthy, quote unquote, here and there. But just on the day to day, like, oh, I feel really good when I eat this for lunch, and I have this type of breakfast, and and also like weaving in social time with it as well is huge for health as a college student. Like I said, the stress is huge, in terms of college student health, physically, mentally. So I would say it just came with age, and experiencing the negatives of not doing those things, and seeing how much it really made an impact on like my overall enjoyment of college.
Well, I love that you outlined that. I'm sure many of our college students and our younger generation here can certainly relate to everything you're talking about. But I also remember when you'd come back home from college, you were so happy to have access to fresh fruits and vegetables, to be able to cook your own meals, right? And just the home cooked meals. How do you feel about that? Remembering the moment of not having that all the time to having it when you came back, for breaks and things.
Yeah, no, it's huge. Even I remember like reveling in even having a pantry when I came back home, because you're in a dorm room. You can keep snacks in your dorm room, but yeah, no, nothing like, and you can't really cook in a dorm room. There's communal kitchens. Those
Right.
usually aren't in the best condition.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it was huge to be able to have access to like ingredients like that and like make what I want. I know as I said, like I was really lucky with Vanderbilt's dining options. But so I did have a lot of options in terms of like what I could choose on the day to day, and there were generally good options available during the day. But you still had to make that choice.
Yes.
Because there were different options, different parts of campus, different times of day, and you could choose to go to this dining hall that's offering one thing that might not make you feel as good, versus the other. So, yeah, no, being home was very nice. Also because like you don't have to be totally in control of everything that you're eating. You have your mom.
That's right. We
You
love
have your mom
cooking.
there.
Yeah, we're a Caribbean household.
Yes, very
We
much
love
so. So that
cooking
was
and
a
eating.
big part of it too.
Yeah.
Not having to, you can sort of take your hands off the wheel a little bit. Just eat
That
what your
is
mom
true.
cooks.
Well, hey, I love to pamper you guys. I tell you, no matter what age you are, you're always my babies, no matter what, right? We love it. But now thinking about what was motivating you in the back of your mind to make those healthy choices? We have heart disease in the family. You've seen, like my mom, your grandma, and other grandparents and others in the family impacted by cardiovascular disease on different levels. Does that play a role? Did that play a significant motivating role for you in choosing those healthier choices? Or what was really your motivational anchor?
Yeah, absolutely. It's something that's in the back of my head because I did grow up knowing we unfortunately have a strong family history of diabetes, heart disease, which I'm sure a lot of people can relate to, especially in the South Asian community, Caribbean diaspora community. So yeah, that was in the back of my head. When you're 18, 19, you're not worried that you're really going to get these things, but I understand the importance of habit and sort of laying the foundation of those things early. But also, I was raised by you and Dad, who are both internal medicine physicians. You guys sort of laid the foundation, like the original foundation, for us to eat a certain way. So I was already used to eating, in general, a certain type of way with like good quality whole foods and not necessarily, eating super high fat, super high sugar foods all the time. But yeah, it was something in the back of my head, but mainly it was on the day to day. I genuinely felt physically better when I ate better.
Yeah.
So that was like one of the bigger factors because, like I said, like my earlier years of college, sort of let it fall to the wayside a little bit. But then I realized that it genuinely made a difference. So
Absolutely. And hydration, water. You always grew up drinking lots of water as your mainstay, right? Didn't you feel as though you were grateful for that piece? I remember you shared those stories with me about making sure that you hydrated very often, and then walking the campus
Yeah.
as well, always keeping your water bottle with you and making sure that you remember that part of things.
Yeah, I mean, when you're walking around a campus all day, you don't realize how much water you're losing. But to speak about the walking thing, that was huge in terms of overall health on campus. I honestly miss being able to walk around a campus because, being in the suburbs now, back home is not really built to be walkable down here. But yeah, it was huge. You know, I guess it is a form of cardio.
Very much so.
And Nashville had a little bit of hills, not like here.
Right.
But yeah, walking to and from class was huge in terms of like everyday baseline activity level. You're not sedentary usually as a college student, so that's a nice plus of by default going to college, like you're gonna have some walking in there. Yeah.
I love that. Well, we, of course, walking is a big part of our heart and soul. Your dad and I love walking in the neighborhood. You guys do your own walking as well. Beautiful parks. We have a walking path now on the NSU campus, which is really
So I've
exciting,
heard.
right? Of course, the campus is walkable. And as you mentioned, Vanderbilt was really walkable as well. So very important for us to remember to get those steps in. This is Heart Month. We're actually filming this in Heart Month, so it could not have been a better message to everyone out there. Well, Anisa, by sharing your story and the lived experience of being a college student and how you evolved over time gives everybody hope. And not only that, it shows how easy you can literally weave in good habits that really will allow you to have that happiness and quality of life. Is there anything else you want to share with our viewers and our listeners?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't have to take up 100% of your head all the time. Yeah, healthy living habits, just some is always better than none. If you can walk a little more, if you can maybe not, maybe change what you eat for lunch on the day-to-day, try to get a little more sleep. Because at the forefront of your mind in college is your classes and doing well and socializing, and those are all the most important. But to also just little by little, if you can make small changes in your lifestyle and find something you enjoy doing physical activity-wise, I think that's huge.
You remind me of something else because I mean, your love for the gym and just exercising was palpable. And that really inspired all of us to really get back in. You don't need special equipment, though, as we mentioned, with walking and so forth. But give us your special tips for nutrition before you, say, go to the gym, say you want to build muscle or so forth, or, if you wanted to focus more on cardio. What are your strategies for doing that? Because those muscles are powerhouses of metabolism and really can help you to maintain a healthy weight. So anything you want to share with our viewership?
Yeah, I mean, I'm no fitness expert, but you need enough calories in your system before you go into the gym. There were a couple times maybe had an exam later. I wanted to go to the gym in the morning, didn't have enough before I went. You don't have a good workout. You might get lightheaded. It could be a health risk. So definitely have enough calories before you go in, especially carbs. And then just try to get enough protein in the day-to-day. It doesn't have to be anything crazy, like bodybuilder level protein levels, but just try to get more protein. Let's say have some chicken in, alongside your lunch or your dinner. Yeah, I just keep it simple. Just try to eat higher volume foods that will fill you up better. Protein will also fill you up better. But yeah, just keep it simple.
I love that. Keep it simple, everyone. And you know what? You know what I love to do with my coffee? I would put some protein shake in there as a creamer.
Yeah, I used to do that sometimes too.
Right? They're great
Yeah.
ways to actually sneak in the protein, and that would help you to meet your goals. Well, my sweet, darling daughter, Anisa, I loved having you on the podcast, and thank you for sharing your story. And you're going to have to come back, as you know,
Yeah.
for round 2 and 3
I would be
and
honored
4 and
to.
beyond. So,
I would be honored, Mom.
oh, good. Well, everyone, there you have it. We have my second daughter, Anisa Haffizulla, who gave us her lived experience at Vanderbilt University and how she navigated health and wellness and how that became a part of her mindset and continues to be that way. So for all of you out there, this is Heart Month. Think about your heart health. Think about your happiness. For this health and happiness podcast, I'm Dr. Anisa Haffizulla. Join us for another episode soon. If you're viewing this QR code on your phone, an easy way to access the link is to take a screenshot of it and then long press the QR code from the screenshot picture. Your phone should recognize it and take you straight to the video.